viewing is that in terms of the dynamic or the characteristics of this cycle will be similar to what we had seen in 2003 to 7, where it was driven by investment to GDP going up higher. So for example, in that cycle, what we'd seen is investment to GDP went up by about over 10 percentage points to 38% by 2007. And in this cycle, we have seen something similar. It troughed at 28% of GDP, and we're expecting this to go to 36% over the next 3 years.
India's current economic growth, driven by an investment surge, mirrors the 2003-2007 period, Morgan Stanley economists assert. They highlight a shift from a decade of declining investment of GDP ratio to a current upswing. Capex, especially from the private sector, is emerging as a pivotal growth catalyst. Akin to the earlier cycle during 2003 to 2007, India experienced robust growth averaging 8.6%, accompanied by controlled inflation at 4.8%. Notably, the investment of GDP ratio rose from 27% to 39%, fostering productivity gains and job creation. Savings soared, reaching 39% of GDP by 2008. The current account balance remained stable even during oil price shocks. Gross fixed capital formation growth surged from 8.2% in 2002 to 17.5% in 2004. With sustained momentum at 16.2% until 2007, this period followed fiscal consolidation, banking reforms, and a cleaned up NPA landscape, paving the way for a Capex boom. In the ongoing cycle, real GFCF growth remains robust at 10.5%, supported primarily by public investments due to corporate sector challenges. However, signs of private Capex resurgence are emerging, with corporate profit rebounding. Despite this, private consumption lags, registering 3.5% growth in Q4, below the pre-COVID average of 6.5%. Policymakers' supply-side reforms have bolstered government fixed Capex growth, rising to 4.0% of GDP by 2021. Morgan Stanley underscores the significance of public sector spending to address supply-side constraints and pave the way for private Capex expansion. They emphasize the role of infrastructure projects, albeit with lengthy gestation periods, in stimulating economic growth and productivity. In conclusion, the current Capex-driven growth trajectory in India resembles the 2003 to 2007 period, with investment outpacing consumption while challenges persist. Concerted policy efforts and robust investment climate are poised to sustain and propel economic expansion in the coming years.